be a great one.
You're looking at Rolling Thunder. Jim Oldiker is the driver out of Redondo Beach, California.
Well, this van, when it started life, was actually Jim's commuter van. It was his family van. The interior is completely tricked out with a bed and a television and all the niceties on the inside of the Rolling Thunder. And something unique about it is the engine, as it runs a 671 cubic inch diesel motor. It's a Detroit diesel, has an Allison automatic transmission in it. And I'll tell you what, this van is one of the heavyweights, 18,000 pounds on the van. It's 12 foot high and it's 12.6 wide. It's quite a combination with Rolling Thunder, Bob.
Well, what Rolling Thunder has to do is roll down the track, make the turn, come back, half a set of 3 cars, second set of 3 cars, then make another turn and come halfway down the track. Competition for Rolling Thunder will be Hot Stuff, Jeff Bainter and crew out of Washington.
This is quite a unique Jeep. Built in only 2 months. They built it from scratch. They split the body down the middle. They added 15 inches to it, lengthened the wheelbase to 110 inches, weighs 13,500 pounds, and they're off. And Hot Stuff covers him out of the hole. Hot Stuff is just blazing a trail in front of Rolling Thunder. Hot Stuff makes the turn. Let's see what happens. Down the chute. Watch this Hot Stuff. Takes some time lining up for the cars, and Hot Stuff truly in the lead, but here comes Thunder as he's making a bag.
Thunder having difficulty. It looks like he's hung up as Hot Stuff continues around, and Jeff Bainter is going to look like he's going to be an easy winner. All he has to turn it now and bring it halfway down the track, and Jeff Bainter will win the competition. He won the very first time out at Anaheim Stadium.
Well, I tell you what, Jeff just also took that one home in a very fine run on the good-looking Jeep, powered by a 427 cubic inch supercharged Chevrolet motor. It's all Hot Stuff. And he will advance to the next round of competition as he beats Jim Oldiker in Rolling Thunder. Jim having a tough break as he made the turn, lined up for the cars, and got in a little bit of trouble when he jumped on the first car and then came up to the second car. Well, it was a little bit too short for him. Watch this as the little Hot Stuff Jeep lines up right up in the air and jumps on top of him, doing a great job right down that side. And this is pretty much where he finds out he's got the program taken care of. He slows down just a little bit and makes that second set of cars right in picture-perfect style, and then he'll make the swing and head for that home straight away. He'll be advancing the next round of competition with the Hot Stuff.
Mike, whenever you come to one of these type events, the first thing you notice is the noise level.
That's true, Bob, and it seems like the noise level is really tremendous inside the building with the funny cars, but they're checking the noise level on the scorer's table right next to the pull track. And the noise level is actually less at a truck and tractor pull than a rock concert.
Stay with us. Back for Monster Trucks in a moment. Here we go. Heat number 2, the Monster Truck competition.
Bob, this should be a wild round of competition. Both these vehicles, Frankenstein is owned and driven tonight by Cliff Starboard out of Mulvane, Kansas. And the Monster Vet is also owned by Cliff, but driven by Barry Wynn. And look at this, they're side by side. These are best friends, and they're going at it tooth and toenail. Both the trucks owned by one man, and it's going to be quite a battle. Monster Vet makes the swing early. Cliff Starboard can't get the Frankenstein truck lined up for that first bet. Look out, Monster Vet is on his way. Monster Vet is just hammering it out. Cliff Starboard made the turn, and he's headed down that chute.
So here comes Frankenstein, though, now.
Never count Frankenstein out because Cliff is very familiar with it. He's liable to pull this one out of the bag in the last minute. He's over his last set of cars. They're both making the swing towards the home stretch. It looks like it's going to be Monster Vet. Monster Vet holds the lead, and it's Monster Vet wins it.
So Monster Vet, the winner here of the second heat.
Barry Wheat pulls one off with Monster Vet. 12,000 pounds, 11 foot tall, 13.4 wide, 454 cubic inch Chevrolet motor. Barry lining up for the cars and doing a great job. Straightens the rear tires out right here is when he hits the first set, high in the air, and hammers it right over the top of them. 9 foot tall, 12,000 pounds. It's 12.8 wide, and did a great job.
Say that Bigfoot is just one incredible machine, and to find out a little bit more about it, Mike Gallaway and I visited with Jim Kramer before the competition. Bob Kurtz and Mike Gallaway joined here on the floor of the Kingdome in Seattle by Jim Kramer, who drives this machine, Bigfoot. You stand and you look back at these things, Jim. They're 10 feet. Obviously, you don't... Where do you get tires like this?
Well, believe it or not, I bought them right here in Seattle, in this town, about 5 miles down the road. And about 3 years ago, we picked them up, and it took us a while to find a way to build a truck that we could utilize this type of tire.
There's got to be a story, but how old are these things? They look like they've been around a while.
They're probably as old as you are. They're a little over 34 years old, and they haven't been produced for probably 20 years. And they used them up in the Alaska tundra in the springtime when the tundra would start to thaw. They could transport goods, materials across the tundra without sinking.
Not very many of them in production, I wouldn't imagine.
No, there's not. There's probably only a handful made.
Jim, what kind of axles do you have to turn the 10-foot tall tires?
When we built the truck, we really ran into a problem with the axles. We use all Rockwell standard components, but we take 4 axles, cut them apart, and take the best components from all 4 axles and make 2 good, strong axles. It takes that type of engineering to hold the torque and the traction that this tire can put out.
Gear reduction must be something tremendous with this kind of tire on it. What kind of gear reduction are we looking at?
On the low side of our transfer case, you're looking at up into 300 numbers for gear reduction. That kind of limits us on speed. On the low side, we shift to the high side of the transfer case, and we can probably achieve 60 miles an hour if you could find somebody to drive it that fast.
It's an amazing story. Bigfoot, one of a kind. This is Wild Stag, Cliff Starbird again, going against Hot Stuff, and the rookie Jeff Boehner, who has done nothing but win.
That rookie is showing his style tonight. This is a brand new creation for Cliff Starbird, this Wild Stang. It's a 1987 Ford Mustang convertible, supercharged alcohol-burning motor. It should be very, very tough.
Here we go. Should be a dandy heat.
Cliff Starbird has broke something in Wild Stang. Hot Stuff is on his way. He's checking things out, slowing down a little bit. He may have problems as he's looking back towards the left rear, but I believe he's got enough power to make it on around with Hot Stuff. Lands on that first set, works it right on over. He knows he's on his way to the final round of competition. All he has to do is get over this last set of cars, make the turn, and head down that front straightaway. And he's doing it in very fine style right at this moment.
Well, we've seen Boehner now in 3 different heats in a couple of events, and he's won every time.
Jeff has done a great job with this brand new monster Jeep.
And Hot Stuff will be the winner here in heat number 3.
Cliff Starbird had some transmission problems with this supercharged Mustang. Hot Stuff lining up for that first set of cars and right over the top of him. Gets in a little bit of trouble as it drifts to the left, but Jeff doing a great job of controlling it, eased it right on over, and when he does that, he knows he's on his way home to a clear victory. He checks over the far lane, and you can see Cliff over there with transmission problems. So he takes it easy over the last set of cars. He wants to save it for the final round.